Our run game opened up, which helps with the play action. So our O-line does a great job opening up the holes for our running backs. Running backs know how to hit the holes hard.
You know, wide receiver connection there with Ugo, 3 touchdowns, relatively early in the game as well. One of them was a pretty simple play action. Just talk about that connection and what you saw open up.
Yeah, me and Ugo, he knows how to get open, and we work on it a lot in practice. I'm always throwing him balls, so even if it's not live routes, just have that connection together. And just the play action stuff, again, goes back to our O-line, open up the holes for the run game, and open up everything behind it.
What about some of the other dynamic playmakers you guys had out there, if you could just name them and what they brought to the table?
Guys like Troy Geathers, he's all over the field making tackles, not only on defense, on offense, he's running hard, finding the gaps. JT Giles, another deep threat downfield. Brian Kearns, you know, he's one of our power backs. He really hits the hole hard.
Yeah, you talk about Kearns. I mean, you know, if you're talking about a guy who really opened up things for you today, it must have been him. I mean, he was running relentlessly. Just his effort. What did you think?
Yeah, what he prides himself on and what he works on is making sure that he isn't going to go down with the first guy. So it's going to take more than one guy to get him down, and you can see it on the field. He's always in the weight room, lifting, running, anything to get him better, he does.
You know, whether he wanted to or not, he made a statement today going up against another running back who's known to break tackles a lot like that. So just how good does it feel to see for him as a teammate having success today like that? And you know, you guys have a lot of running backs, but he kind of stood out.
Yeah, he definitely gives us that extra boost, and it's definitely a confidence booster for him. He was a little banged up earlier in the week, but he came out fired up, ran the ball well last week, and ran the ball again this week. Hopefully it translates next week, and then the tough games you have down the road.
Bouncing back with a big win after last week, what was the mentality this week in practice? You're obviously one of the team leaders. What were you guys preaching, and how did it carry over?
We just can't let up in the second half. That was one of our problems last week, is that we got an early lead and then kind of slowed up, let up, got a little complacent. That was one of the things. We got to finish, put points on the board in the second half. Defense got a hold, which is what they did.
And 2 weeks in a row, I believe you guys were here last week as well. You've had, you know, some pretty good turnouts, home field advantage, and this is a heck of a facility, whether it be kind of the cross and the hill back there or just the fans in general, the support, the tailgates, all that different stuff. What does it mean, you know, playing here at a place like this that feels so special? What are some things that you really enjoy about it?
I love it. Just the hype leading up to it. All the students, you got to win this week. You got to win. I'm going to be there. You see all the crowd. The crowd came out in all pink, and even kids that have graduated, they come back all the time. And you kind of play for those guys. Not really playing for yourself. Playing for those guys, make them proud.